guys, I'm Esther from Spicy Vegan Food, and in this video I'm so excited to share one of my favorite recipes with you guys, which is crispy air fryer tofu. I love this recipe. It's just such a staple in our house. This is something you can eat as little nuggets by themselves. You can eat it on top of a salad. You can eat it as a side. You can eat it as an appetizer. I make these all the time. I like to pre-make them ahead and eat them all week long because they are just so versatile. It's kind of like a delicious chicken, but vegan. So I'm super excited to show you guys how to make these delicious crispy little tofu bites. These are so good. All right, so let's get started first with all of our ingredients. So we have 1 brick of extra firm tofu that has been pressed. You want to make sure for the crispiest version that has been pressed and it's extra firm. We've got 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos or soy sauce or tamari. If you're gluten-free, make sure coconut aminos or tamari. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, which gives us an amazing nutty, cheesy flavor. And then we have salt and pepper to taste. Now, I would say, if you're using a salty soy sauce, you don't need to add any salt. I've got 1 tablespoon of Italian spice blend. We'll talk about that more later. You can switch that out if you like, but that is just my favorite spice to put on these. And then I also have cornstarch, which is going to help make these extra crispy. And as a bonus, it's gluten-free, so this is so easy to make gluten-free. Then I have a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. So first thing I want to do is get out my brick of extra firm tofu that's been pressed, and I'm going to pull out just my knife and cut it into equal sized cubes. So it depends on your brick of tofu. I mean, they all come in different shapes and sizes, but this is how mine came. So I just cut it down the middle and then cut it into 4 pieces lengthwise. And then just go through and cut those all into nice equal sized little cubes that are going to be perfect for this recipe. Now, with the spice that you're putting on this, I'm using Italian spice blend, but you can be really creative with this. You can use Cajun seasoning, you can use a tandoori seasoning, you can use paprika, garlic, smoked paprika, onion powder, herbs de Provence, whatever your favorite sort of spice blend is. This is kind of like a basic kind of like chicken, think of it that way, but it's vegan. So you can season it up any which way that you like. The rest of the ingredients I wouldn't recommend subbing out, but you can change up the spice blend, which is what I love about this. So I'm going to add all of my little tofu cubes into a bowl, preferably one with a lid so that we can shake it after. If not, it's okay. You can just toss it around using a wooden spoon. You just have to be careful. And then we're going to add our olive oil and then our soy sauce. And then we're going to add our cornstarch. So basically, we're just adding everything on top of the tofu. I've got my nutritional yeast, and then salt and pepper, and of course my Italian spice or whatever spice blend that you choose. And don't forget, you can make it spicy too. You can add cayenne pepper, you can add whatever you like. Everything's on there, and now we're just gonna shake really well. However you like to shake this, no problem. Just shake it up to mix it up as well as you like there. Now, each piece doesn't have to be perfectly coated on each side. It's still gonna be crispy, it's still gonna be amazing. So just a quick shake in a bowl and we are ready to go. This is really fast and easy. I know there's a few ingredients involved, but it doesn't take long to put them together. So you can see it's not perfectly even on there, and that is fine. That is no problem. Now, here's the oven-baked version for those who don't have an air fryer, but that takes up to 30 minutes. The air fryer, I find, makes it slightly crispier, and it only takes 10 minutes total instead of 30. Now, I'm rearranging a couple of the tofu pieces here just to make sure that there's a little bit of air getting in between them all to make sure that they're going to get super crispy. Now, even if you are using the oven, it's still going to come out really crispy. Now, for the air fryer, we're going to do 390 degrees for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to set the timer for 5 minutes because I need to flip them halfway or shake around that little air fryer basket. So we're just going to leave those for 5 minutes, and those are already browning up beautifully. I'm going to give those a little shaky shake, and then I'm going to put them back in the air fryer for another 5 minutes. Now, I'm going to make this little dipping sauce. It's just totally optional. It's a barbecue mayo dipping sauce, so I've got 2 tablespoons of vegan mayo, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, and I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic and onion powder, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. So if you want this for a dipping sauce, there it is. If not, no worries. You can literally eat this tofu with anything. You can put this on wraps, you can put it on salads, you can eat them as tiny little tofu bites with whatever your favorite dipping sauce is. It's certainly not limited to this barbecue mayo. It was just the one that I was feeling on the day I made this recipe. So you can see there how nice and crispy those came out. They actually smell so amazing when they're frying. They smell so good, and they're so delicious and so crispy. Like I said, you can, eat these so many different ways, so don't be shy to play around with this recipe. You can actually meal prep these ahead of time and then just throw them in the air fryer because it only takes 10 minutes, or they store in the fridge for up to a week. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this one, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.